Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Well, Hobby King sent me out the Super Tucano, and I am a very happy camper. Let's get this bad boy unboxed. Just so you know, there's all kinds of stuff about the plane. 1600 millimeter or 63-inch wingspan. She's 64 inches long. She's got a 552, 525 kV brushless outrunner, and that's their Hobby King Sport motor. An Aerostar G2 100 amp brushless speed controller. I think it has thrust reverse. She's got 16-gram high-speed Metal Gear servos, 2 for the aileron, 1 for the elevator, 2 for flaps, 1 for rudder, and 125-gram for steering. 6 to 7 channel, 7 channel being reverse function, and she runs on a 4,000 to 6,300 milliamp 6S. I'll more than likely be running her on a 5,000 all the time. So, all right, and the C rating needs to be at least 40 or higher on your LiPo. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Otherwise, you'll be making your ESC work a lot harder and having to pull, and it'll actually can burn up a little bit. So don't make sure that C rating is appropriate. Alrighty, beautiful pictures everywhere, all over this plane. See all the artwork down there. I have wanted this thing ever since it came out, and every time it was out of stock and went to order it, and you know, it was out of stock. I said, well, you know, I got so many other planes, and kept putting it off. Well, then next thing you know, Hobby King calls me or emails me and said, hey, we want you to review some planes for us. And I'm like, okay. They said, what do you want? And I said, Super Tucano. Well, here it is. Hi, disappearing from you. All right. So it's a good thing I waited, didn't it? So good things come to those who wait and who are patient. All right, everything is packed to where you could drop it off the back of a truck. We'll be using epoxy to join the two halves of the fuselage together. All right, let's right off the bat. And this is a new one, not a production one or a reviewer's one. This is brand spanking new. Try not to cut myself in the process. That's not a good thing. Never a good thing. All right. Now they've done some improvements to it. From what I understand, they've already improved the steering, nose steering, or if there's something wrong with the original nose gear or something. I don't know. I didn't really go that far into it because I didn't have the plane. Balling, not a balling, just a regular traditional, but a very heavy duty clevis, already hooked up. Nice mechanical and pinch hinge, so you got reinforcement there. And very nice paint. Of course, it's an Avios, or Avios, or Avios, however you say it. It's in the Philippine livery, Philippine military Air Force livery. I got some paint missing there. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. That's just a little thing. That's a little thing. Okay. I need to think about getting a new blade on there. All right, got my rudder here. Again, very nice, very heavy duty looking, very thick metal control arm, push rod. Got your elevator, simple design. Now that key's in the bottom to hold it together. I mean, I've watched a lot of build videos on it already. I think the best one would be John H. RC and him and GB Linden's. He's got a really good build video on it. Like that. Love the finish on this. Decals are already applied. Okay. Hobby King also told me they were going to send me out a battery, and I'm going to assume that this big heavy box here is exactly what this is. Let's see what kind of battery they sent me. Okay. To go in the plane. All right. It is, oh boy, it's a big battery. This will be the biggest end on the line. This is the Turnigy 6.2 or 6200 milliamp 6S, and it has a 60 to 120 C discharge. So this is the biggest end of what XT90 connector on what you can use. Now that doesn't come with the plane, that came with mine. They told me they were going to send me a battery with it, and I'm like, okay. So I said, okay, I'll be glad to take the battery from you. Okay, we got nose cone. Oh, wow. All right. You know what? Tell you what, let's do. I'm going to just take everything. You already saw how it's all packed in there for bear. I'll take everything out and get all the little stuff out of all its individual baggies, and then we'll show you the parts piece by piece. We'll be right back. All right. Got everything out of the box. And you can see, let me tilt the camera down, really don't have very small part count, honestly. All right, you got your back half of the fuse. You got your front half of the fuse. You got your back plate for your spinner or for your prop. With the spinner goes on the front. There's one screw that holds that spinner on to the front of the shaft. You've got a tape cover for underneath the plane to cover your wires. I believe that's what that's for. You have dorsal fins that glue underneath. This is another backing plate that the elevator attaches to. You got all your blades for your prop. You got all the hardware for that. You got your wing joiner, which helps to establish the hydril in the wing. Got two little peripheral antennas that glue on. Okay. Of course, you've got your wing. Beautiful, great finish on there. I can't wait to see these lights and see how they look. But that wing joiner goes right there. It just stops right there. But both have the wings together and you glue them together. I was going to use epoxy, but I've decided, oh, and you got a quick connect for the wings. Okay. I've decided I'm just going to go with foam tack to join everything together. I've never had a problem with foam tack, and I think that'll be just fine. Looks like there's a hole right there. So something should be going there. But I don't see anything with, we'll have to look at the instructions. Now, you can take your phone and that right there, scan that, and you can get your, I was on the quick guide, you can get all the information you need for that, the entire setup guide. But there's a hole there, so something's got to go there. I'll have to do a little research on that before we start putting it together. Okay, and of course you've got the other wing, which is, I mean, beautiful. Okay, and I've already showed you the elevator and the rudder. So, yeah, it's not going to be that hard of a build, but allowing time for the glue to set for the fuselage and the wing halves will be the only time-consuming part. Okay, I have not looked in this yet, which this is something I'm looking forward to. Oh, cool. The antenna here is actually the locking mechanism for the hatch. Oh, boy. Oh, check out the hatch. All the instrumentation, the pilots. That, very nice detail. Very nice detail. It's actually going to be a pretty simple plane. Kind of obvious where you put the battery. You know, got your that 100 amp ESC XT90. So I'll get that secured up there somewhere. But it's obvious where you put your battery at. They've even got CG marks inside there. See those CG marks there? All right, and then everything is labeled. Aileron, flap, elevator, rudder, gear. and ESC. And then you'll have, there's this little yellow pigtail. Go ahead and pull it off there. That little yellow pigtail is what you're going to put in the very top of the receiver, the signal port on your receiver to do reverse thrust, okay? And I'll be mounting an 8-channel stabilized Spectrum receiver back there. All right, with a satellite. I don't use, I won't need a satellite with this one, but anyways, that's where that's going to go. All right. So, there you go. That is the unboxing. I'll do a little research, find out what if there's supposed to be a spar there or something. I don't think there is, but I'll look and see. But there you go. Well, let me get you positioned better. Okay. That's the unboxing of the Super Tucano sent to me by Hobby King for a review. And we'll come back here in a little bit, and next video you see will be the assembly. All right, that's the unboxing. Thank you so much, folks. God is good. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends. Hobby King, thank you for the plane. And we'll see you in a little bit, and we'll do the assembly of this beautiful Philippine Air Force Super Tucano.